Hello there. Just give me a minute, okay? Please give me a minute here. All right. Give me a minute here. Okay. Give me a minute here. Let's see who'll be interested here. Hmm. Okay. Just give me a minute, please. Okay. Give me a few minutes here. Okay. All right. About 20 seconds, I'll start. Uh, 15 seconds, I'll start. And about 10 seconds, I'll start. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bingo. All right. Tonight we'll talk about stripping security clearances. Now I know for the past few days that President Trump's been causing slack because I'm sorry, but Secretary of Press, the press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, made that announcement at the advice of Senator Paul Ryan, not Paul Ryan, Rand Paul. I'm sorry, Senator Rand Paul. My apologies on that. Which, by all cases, President Trump will be right doing that. Now, here's a few of the names among them. Okay, among those who could lose access are John O. Breeden, the former CIA director, go figure, Susan E. Rice, rightfully so, the former National Security Advisor, and James R. Clapper Jr., the former Director of National Intelligence, said Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the White House press secretary. And I hope, it goes on to James Comey and a few others. Now, I know Nancy Pelosi, I think Chuck Schumer put his 2 cents in, probably a few other libtards did as well, that they said that Trump uses as like a political tool, stuff like that. Now, here's the thing. DOD, they required a security clearance. And as soon as I left that job, for whatever reason I left that job, I'm not going to tell you how, but when I left that job, though, my security clearance went on the shelf. I can't use it right now because I lost the position that required me to have the security clearance. With the security clearance, when you take any kind of government job that requires a security clearance, and there's several times, I'm not going to that tonight though, that takes a security clearance. Your security clearance is good as long as you hold that position. Once you're no longer in that position for whatever reason, your security clearance is put on the shelf. That means you don't have it until you get another position that requires a security clearance, and then you can get reactivated. There's a process of doing that, but I'm not going to explain that to you right now either. I'm just kind of going to give you the highs and lows. But when you take certain positions requires a security clearance, I would say like a top secret clearance. You have security clearance, top secret clearance, and a DOS clearance, and so on right there, different levels of clearances. And but when you take these positions requires these type of clearances, you have to sign pretty much like a non-disclosure form that you will not talk about or say, and that including your friends, your relatives, your spouse, your parents, even especially the media. That means I can't take a classified document that I have read before, scan it, and put it on the computer. I cannot take pictures inside the installation where I worked at and put it on Facebook. Anything I saw, I put any of that stuff I saw there on Facebook, documents, my job, anything like that on my Facebook page or my Twitter account. My security clearance would be slapped, revoked so fast before your head even spin. And I could be charged with a crime for that. And rightfully so, because people has been charged with crimes for leaking classified information. That's a big no-no in the security clearance world. That is a very major, I say, OPSEC violation. Look it up. You know what I'm talking about. But OPSEC, anybody that holds a clearance and has these positions should takes that shit pretty seriously, and rightfully so. Trafficking information with these individuals did, including James Comey, director of CIA, whatever the fuck his name is, and Susan B. Rice, doing this shit. A, they were wrong for doing what they did, and B, they was doing this shit to undermine Presidents Trump and his administration. The whole reason why they did this. They didn't care about national security or anything else like that. All they care about is leaking information out there to the press just to undermine President Trump's presidency. And these are the same people who made up that fake Pizzagate dossier and everything else, trying to keep Trump out of his presidency and start this whole false Russian narrative and everything else. This all started from this right here. So there's a lot of good reason why President Trump wants to revoke these security clearances. But my question is, they no longer have those positions. Why they still have a clearance? They shouldn't. At least it should be on a shelf somewhere, stored somewhere, and it only should be reactivated when they get the position that requires a clearance. So I hope President Trump revokes the security clearances and hope there's like a permanent revoke. That means they can't get them again. They can no longer require these government positions that they had in the past. And here's the thing, about leaking classified information. This is done in the past, unfortunately. And they made as an FBI agent who was leaking classified information to the Russians. They made a movie about this. I forget what it's called. They made a movie about an FBI agent leaking classified information to the Russians, and that guy is probably right now is doing hardcore prison time for that because he got caught doing it. There's a lot of people, and I can't answer, but you should know this. There's a lot of people in the past who served hardcore prison time for leaking classified information, very secret classified information, very classified information. I can't go into the details of it, and I won't, but I will say, that leaking classified information, you can be, not only your security clearance can be revoked, but you could be charged with a crime, a major felony. I would say that on issues like that. So I'm praying that President Trump revokes their security clearances, regardless what these libtards say. This is not a political move. This is the right move, because these are the people who's been leaking classified information and doing some all crazy stuff just to make President Trump look bad, try to undermine his presidency and everything else. Because when you have a clearance, that means the government is trusting you with top secret information, classified information that you're not supposed to share with anybody. And that includes anybody. Because I know this firsthand. I had this damn training, I know about spear phishing email, stuff like that. I'm not going into that, but I know about that, media, stuff like that, social media phishing, shit like that, I had training in that stuff. Trust me, I have. And all I can say is this: any information, classified information that you see or required, it has to be stored properly, disposable properly, and you don't share it with nobody outside the workplace, basically. That's how serious matter this is on some of these classified documents. Some less than others, I do admit, but the higher classified documents, that shit gets leaked out. They found you leaked it out. Technically, you should do prison time. Because let me tell you something, these names I mentioned, Susan Rice, Ben Clapper Jr., whatever have you, technically what they have done, they should do prison time for this. Not just have their security clearances revoked, but they should be doing prison time for that. They should. That's highly illegal, highly against the law. And I know for a fact they probably signed some non-disclosure agreement saying they will not leak these information out to nobody, including nobody. And I'm pretty sure they did it for a damn profit and to undermine President Trump's presidency. This is I get out of hand it is, and he needs to set an example, not just for himself or future presidents as well, to let them know that this type of activity will not be tolerated under my presidency. It will not, and our president should set that example. When you have a clearance and you violate that clearance by leaking information you're not supposed to, you should be charged with a crime. Let me tell you this, if I check this out. Back, I would say, in the late 40s, early 50s, there were people who got charged with treason and executed for leaking classified information to the Russians, aka the atomic bomb. That's how serious matter it is. It should be a serious matter. So all these libtards, those neocons, is raising Cain with President Trump about trying to revoke these people's security clearances, he'll be right in doing that because they violated pretty much a sacred oath. Pretty much, not a sacred oath, but they violated their oath, their word basically. Your word is supposed to be your bond. They gave their word they wouldn't share with nobody. Hey Adam, how you doing? But that's what they did. So these individuals I mentioned a while ago that leak information to the press to undermine President Trump's presidency and administration should have their security clearances revoked and charges filed against them. That is my opinion because I know this for a fact that that's what happens when you leak classified information to anybody. You get charged with it. I had a lot of training in this. Trust me, I had. And I'm like, well, before I end it, I'm pretty sure some of you asked me, what about the tape that was leaked at CNN and the rest of the libtard fake news networks raising the cane about, the Cohen tape about Trump and talking, that Trump's attorney violating, attorney-client privilege and everything else. I would say President Trump authorized the leak of that tape. And secondly, that fucking tape's that fucking nothing burger. Trump knows it. And anybody with half fucking brain common sense knows that tape that got leaked is a fucking nothing burger. Of course, the media's going to try to take nothing, try to make into something that is not, and it's going to have no effect on President Trump's presidency. That's why he kind of authorized the fucking tape, because President Trump has played this game damn near all his fucking life. He knows how to play the tabloid news, which is CNN, basically. Major tabloid news. Not the only one I say that, though. So he plays them. And they're falling right into his fucking hands every fucking time. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it's sad they're so stupid to do this. So CNN thought they could take this tape, make Trump look bad, stuff like that, And anybody common sense, including myself, rest of my fellow Trump supporters should know that tape is nothing burger. It's nothing. Okay? It's just President Trump talks to his attorney about some damn payment to some Playboy model. I guess he told had an affair with, a decade ago, and I can barely understand anything. I don't know the fuck they were saying, something about a check, shit like that, And I'm like, it's fucking nothing. It's like the damn Stormy Daniels case, which turned out to be fucking nothing. This is how sad and pathetic our media has become, CNN, they're not a news agency no more. They're a tabloid agency. I mean, they're no better than the fucking Enquirer, as far as I'm concerned, no better than the fucking National Enquirer, basically. That's how sad and pathetic that is. And I'm going to close that out on that thought. I thank you for watching. God bless you. Have a good day, and bye-bye.